Have you been faithful in waiting on God to bring your dream man? If so, you may be at risk of the enemy sending you a counterfeit. If you want to know how to identify a fake a mile away, girl, I got you. Just keep watching. So let's identify 3 signs you've got yourself a counterfeit. Sign number 1 is that counterfeits often come in the preparation phase. Often the Lord is busy doing a mighty work in you and drawing you deeper into his heart. Usually you are in a place of being deeply on fire for the Lord and just thirsting for more of him. So of course, the enemy comes in like he always does. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Satan is busy at work trying to fill you with this decoy instead of real love, which is Jesus Christ himself. He will do everything that he can to derail you and get you off the path that leads to your beautiful husband. Number 2. Counterfeits are often charming and very good looking. I've talked in previous videos about Satan knowing you. He's studied you for years. He knows you. He knows your shortcomings and your weaknesses, and he's going to try and use that against you. And it's no different in this situation because he knows that a marriage between you and the one that God has for you is dangerous for him. And he's going to stop at nothing to make sure that this doesn't happen. So he sends a decoy, a counterfeit. Maybe you have a thing for tall guys with tattoos, brown eyes, brown hair. Well, sister, you better have your little antenna up when Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome just enters right in all of a sudden with no warning. Be aware and on guard. 1 Peter 5:8 in the NIV says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." And 2 Corinthians 11:14 in the NIV says, "And no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light." It could be your future husband, but it could also be somebody sent by the enemy. Of course, God is busy writing an amazing fairy tale love story for you with an attractive man that you're going to love. And Satan's not creative, so he's going to try and swoop in there before you get that love story and pervert it. It may seem like this is it. Every date so romantic, like something out of a fairy tale, like it was tailor-made for you. You think, this has to be it. How could he not be the one? This is where you really have to be real with yourself and pray. Number 3 is counterfeits come in fast and all of a sudden. So here's this guy all of a sudden, and you're in this whirlwind type of romance. He's your type and oh so charming, and everything that he says is exactly what you want to hear. But did God tell you he was bringing in your person? Was there a lead up, a changing in your heart, a knowing in your spirit that God was telling you that your person was about to come? Or was it just all of a sudden? A person plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps. When the Lord was leading me to move, I knew in my spirit that it was time to meet my husband. It didn't mean that it wasn't a surprise and a fairy tale. It was perfect. And my heart was prepared to take those steps because of my relationship with the Lord, because of his word and listening to him speaking to my heart. That just wasn't there with the counterfeit. My counterfeit came in the summer through a friend of my mother's. All of a sudden, the classic summer romance that turned into long distance. And it was Satan's perfect plan to derail me from the one that God had for me. And every date was a fairy tale, something out of a movie. I couldn't have written it better myself. Camping under the stars, hiking, exactly what would get my heart. And looks, 10 out of 10 good looking. We'd go to eat at the restaurant and more than a few waitresses would just fumble their words talking to him. He was charming, friendly, grew up in church, all great, but still not the one for me. And my husband didn't come in for 7 years, by the way, after this counterfeit. Remember, the enemy is cunning. He's sneaky. You're gonna have to really seek the Lord to reveal whether this is your person or not. He's not going to send you somebody that's blatantly awful. If you think you might be dealing with a potential imposter, ask yourself, is this relationship making me dabble in sin or think or do things that I know are wrong? Is it lust or love? Has God told me and confirmed that the time is right and He's bringing my husband? Do I have peace in and about this relationship? How does He make you feel about yourself? Does He make you feel like a daughter of the King? Or does He ask you things like, what are you wearing, when He calls you? My advice is to fast, pray, and seek the Lord. He will always 100% lead us when we ask Him humbly. Well, beloved, I hope this video has been encouraging for you. If you did like it, please give it a like and subscribe. And be sure to check out my 2-part series on the lies that Satan tells singles next. I'm Daniella Shama Rose. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Blessings and love.